If you're a W-2 employee earning over $200,000 a year, you are the IRS's favorite person. I was too. I was a real estate attorney handling 40% of everything I made straight to the government. Then I figured out how to use the tax code that wealthy real estate investors have been using for decades. And last year, guys, I paid $0 in taxes. I did this legally. I'm a real estate attorney with $75 million in assets under management. I charge $625 an hour for my time for my legal clients. Now, what I'm about to show you today is for free. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the exact 3 strategies I personally use to legitimately eliminate my tax bill forever. Guys, these are not loopholes. These are not aggressive tax schemes. They are written directly into the tax code, and every single wealthy real estate investor you've ever heard of uses them. By the end of this video, folks, you will know exactly what they are, how to start using them yourself today. Now, strategy 3 is the one most people have never even heard of. It's the one the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Vanderbilts, they all use to pass wealth from generation to generation without ever paying taxes on it. So make sure you stay to the end, because that's the one that will change the way you think about money permanently. Strategy number 1, it's called the real estate professional status. Now, the real estate professional status is literally a designation in the IRS code that you'll put on your tax return that tells the IRS that you are a real estate professional. There's typically a 2-part IRS test. One is you have to work at least 750 hours or more in the real estate field. You can't do anything else but that for 750 hours or more. And that most W-2 earners can't qualify themselves, so they introduce their spouse. The angle here is you do have to have a spouse that's not working, that can focus on your portfolio full time. And this is exactly what I do with my wife. She doesn't work, she stays at home, but she manages our portfolio full time. And because of that, we qualify as joint filers for real estate tax professional status. And let me tell you what that unlocks. When you invest in a syndication, right? Or you invest in any type of asset, not even just a syndication, you buy some real estate, you're gonna get what's called losses. So on your K-1, on your tax return, you will get a negative number, even though you invested, let's say $100,000 or $500,000. Your tax return will show a negative amount. And that's because you, or the sponsor you invest with, will do what's called a cost segregation study. You may have heard this before. What that is basically an engineering study of the property that separates out the value between real property and the actual land. Once they figure out what that value is, the real property allocation amount gets immediately wiped out from the valuation, and it becomes a negative number. And while it's a negative number, that number, it gets distributed to the investors. You're the W-2 professional and your wife is not working and she can be the real estate professional. Then what you can do is you can offset your active income from your W-2 with passive losses that you get from your investments in real estate. So this is huge, right? This is something that real estate investment professionals utilize every day, all the time. So for instance, if I make $1 million a year in my W-2 or my partnership income through my law firm, and I say I gotta pay $350,000 of taxes on that W-2 income or that partnership income from the law practice. My wife, because we invest in real estate and we buy, we bought $40 million of real estate last year, we're gonna get probably $2 million losses allocated to us. And because she's the real estate tax professional, because she doesn't work, and she does manage our real estate portfolio, we can offset that $350,000 that I would have to pay to the IRS. We can offset it by the negative number that we'll get from our real estate investments. Now, if you're not married or if your spouse does work, you can still take advantage of the real estate tax professional status. I want you to understand that. The issue there, though, is that you have to wait until you get a passive income distribution. So if the property you invest in sells, that's a passive income that will come to your pocket. You can deduct the passive loss from that. So let's get into strategy number 2. This is bonus depreciation and cost segregation. Now, it relates to strategy 1 because you can take advantage of bonus depreciation and cost segregation if you're a real estate professional. And what bonus depreciation is exactly what I said in the first strategy, which is the IRS gives you the ability to depreciate assets and take a loss, even though you have a capital gain and you invested money to buy the particular asset, right? And I use this strategy to pay 0 taxes on my own portfolio. And I've helped structured billions of dollars of deals where clients have wiped out their entire tax liability for the entire year using this one move. All right, the third strategy, which is borrowing against your assets. So assets appreciate over time. When they appreciate, you're gonna have more value locked in that asset. For instance, if you buy a multifamily property, let's say a 10-unit property on your own for $2 million, and you just let it sit there for 5 years, for 10 years, that $2 million property is now, say, worth $10 million. I've seen that before, right? And if it's worth $10 million, you've got $8 million of equity in that property. And if you have $8 million of equity in that property, you can now go borrow against that money, take a loan out from a bank. That money that goes in your pocket, it's tax free. And this strategy is the one that the Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the Vanderbilts, they all use it to build generational wealth. Now, everything I just walked you through, I use it all personally. But here's what I want you to understand. These strategies work, but only if they're set up correctly. Now, I've spent years as a real estate attorney cleaning up deals from people who got the strategy right, but the structure completely wrong. Wrong entity setup, wrong documentation, raising capital without understanding the difference between debt and equity, or what the SEC requirements are. I've had clients who had no idea they were breaking the law until it was too late. Folks, that's exactly why I built my mentorship the way I did, because I not only wanted to teach you how to find deals and reduce your tax liability, I wanted to teach you how to structure everything correctly from day one, the way a real estate attorney would do it. So if you're a high income W-2 earner and you're serious about building real estate portfolio and a legacy, and you're also serious about reducing your tax bill, I want to talk to you. Click on the link below to book a free strategy call with my team. We'll walk you through your entire situation. We'll look at it together. We'll walk through what's possible, and we'll show you exactly how to get started. The link is in the description, folks. I'll see you there.